All right, y'all, I'm here with my next update with my Tesla Model 3. Now I'm at, on July 31st, I had to get another battery. It was time again. I reached 287,000, like 982 miles, and it went out at exactly the last time when I had a new battery. It was about a little over 115,000 miles. This went out like 844 miles exactly when I got the notification on my screen that won't charge past 50%, really won't charge past 50 miles, what it did. And so it's enough to get from a house to the Tesla dealership for them to change it again. The difference is this time though that it costs more. They said their prices went up for batteries. Last time I done it, it was 8,500. This time it's like a little bit over, like $9,100. I think 9,126 to be exact. So around $9,100 now. So they went up, nothing insane, like couple $3,000, $5,000, but it still went up a little bit. And also, the most concerning part this time is that every time I had to change my battery, it always was able to get back pretty much like a new battery. So I was always, when I got my car, it usually around 232 miles is what I got when it's new. When I got a refurbished battery that first time, it came back 230 miles. Like I shared my story about, after I had that new battery that I bought, something hit under my car about 6 months later. After I put 40,000 miles in the battery, something damaged under my car, damaged the battery. The super 1% chance, it had bad luck of even happening. So I had to replace the battery again. And then after 16,000 miles on that battery, I had to place it again because it was a faulty whatever they did to the battery wasn't right. So it's covered under warranty because they covered 50,000 miles for refurbished batteries. So technically I had to get 4. So I experienced every time they refurbished the battery, quote unquote, I always was able to get about 230 miles. So this time it's weird. I only got 200 miles. So that's what I'm getting at. I only got 200. So for full charge. So when I asked them about it, they told me the same thing. They can't, just an estimate, what I'm going to get back. There's no guarantee what you're actually going to have when they give you a car. They don't promise you they give you exactly 230 or bring it back if it's not. So I'm like, wow, 200 usually took me like 6 months of driving it to, the battery degradation to go from, 230 to 200 miles. And when I say 6 months, guys, don't take it 6 months if you're barely driving, you're not driving 60,000 miles a year, 70,000 miles like I'm doing. So I'm driving a lot more. So you always gotta keep that in mind, like way more excessive than the average person could do an Uber. So that probably means the same, amount of time that I did it, that probably means 2 years for you, who knows? Depends on how much you're driving. The supercharging is what shortens the battery life like that. So that's the update. So I even after doing the math, some of my friends I told, they're like, do you still feel like it's better than getting a gas card? And like, yeah, I'm not gonna switch, car's paid off. But not only that, when I do the math, put it on paper, how much I pay in gas, for how much I drive, I'm still saving thousands of dollars. Even if I pay $9,000, even if it goes out every 15 months. This time it had happened exactly about 20 months instead of 20. The first time it did it, when I had a brand new battery, stopped exactly 115,000, but obviously I was driving a little less, had a job then, so I wasn't driving as much. So it took me a lot longer to reach 115,000 miles, but it went out in 28 months. So this time went out in 20 months. But I did hit 115,000, 20 months versus 28. So that's a big difference in time, how much more I drove. So I will say though, I'm going to try to drive less, keep earning more income in my business now, because at least it was more worth it before with Uber because they're paying quite a bit more money before, but now they're not. So it's like, it makes more sense to kind of try to drive less than that, quite less. So I'm gonna try to like kind of cut it at least a quarter of that off or to half of it, of what I usually drive in a year. So that's what I'm gonna do. But just to give you guys an update, I'm at now right there today. I'm a little late on this video. This was July 31st that I had to change the battery, but it's already August like 26th, 27th or something like that today. So I will upload this video, and any questions, comment below. Any questions, concerns, good feedback, bad feedback, doesn't matter. Just want to help you guys out, but that's pretty much the status of the battery. But the refurbished battery, good thing that it does last just exactly as long. For me, for how much I drive, it lasts exactly as long as my new battery. So, But again, remember that if you're not driving as much, you're not going to have your battery. Shouldn't be going out on 115,000. Should be going out like closer to probably 250,000 miles. If you're driving like the average person, like 15,000 miles a year, 12,000 miles a year. Don't worry about 115 is for the super excessive driving people supercharging their car. So anyways, any questions, again, put in the comments. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. Anyways, have a good day. Hope this helped you out. Oh, any other video you want me to make, let me know.